Hey guys, so it is D-Day for our Fairmont. We need to have this thing running today. So let's make it run. Status update. Okay, so now the back wheels are off because we're doing rear brake cylinders. I've started plumbing the fuel system. That's not too complicated. The surge pot is mounted up there under the guard. I'll show you a picture of that shortly. I've wired the pumps, wired the thermofans. Most of the engine wiring's done. I've just got to wire the OBD2 and the pedal. We're doing the shift cable right now. We've just stopped to have a little bite to eat. Check this out. Darren's wife has made pho for us. I believe that's how it's pronounced, but excuse me if I'm wrong. But that looks awesome. It smells awesome. So I'm going to stop for a moment, get some food into me, and then we can keep on pushing on. Okay. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, okay, this is good. Yeah, so we've got noodles and meats, and I'm not sure what the meats are. I'll have to ask Laurie later, but yeah. Oh yeah, there's some spice to it too. Oh yeah, I gotta go get a drink. Where's my, yeah. Gatorade. It's got electrolytes. It's what plants need. I think that's the last time we do that joke. Me and Byron have been doing it every day. Right, it's been a big day so far and we still haven't finished yet. We're getting close though. Just got to finish up a couple things. Shifter cable, fuel line, like the return line. Converter bolts are proving problematic because it's hard to get your hand in there, but we'll get them done. We had to just go down and get a U-Haul to, because it might be ready to drive. We don't know. It's going to fire up and run, and we'll drive it on the trailer, but I think we're going to tow it down to Byron, which is about, between 7 and 9 hours. We haven't worked that out yet, but it's a distance. So it's a long way to go with a car that we have not tested yet. So anyway, we've just bled the rear brakes because new wheel cylinders, so they're all done. We can get the wheels back on now. And a few other things, shifters in, but shifter cable's not hooked up yet. So just little jobs. So we'll knock them over tonight, and then we will, I think, in the morning, we'll try and fire it up tonight, and then we'll, in the morning, we'll get it on the trailer. But I'm going to just swing back into it, and if we fire it up, we'll film it. Okay, guys, so final push today. Last night we got out of here at about, what was it, 10:30-ish, which is actually, yeah, pretty average, but we were just exhausted, so we decided to get the maximum amount of sleep we could and come out here and just smash out the last stuff here in the morning before we head south. We hired a U-Haul yesterday. I can't remember if I mentioned that previously, but yeah, I think we're going to trailer it south because totally untested. Like, we may fire it up and take it for a drive and it's totally fine, but yeah, at the moment, totally untested, so, and hasn't even fired up. So let's finalize the little bits and get it fired up. So we've almost got the Fairmont buttoned up. Just had a slight problem with the C4 in that I hadn't put in the valve body properly, and of course the kick down lever was jammed up and it wasn't moving. I'm like, that's not right. So I've just been here struggling to get it in right, and the shafts moving in and out because we had it out, the nut off it. Ford guys will know what I'm talking about. It was actually being a bit of a bitch. Yeah, especially when you're working on it upside down under the car and you're stressed because it's like we're supposed to be leaving today. We will be leaving today, but yeah. Anyway, all right. It works now. Kick down lever works. Shift lever works. We just got to adjust this one in its correct position for the cable and all that sort of stuff. I don't think we've even shown you the shifter yet, but anyway, we'll show you that in a sec. But yeah, all right, bolt it up, get it going. Let's do this thing. Now we're up to the dreaded converter bolts and our little spacers. At the time, we were thinking about tacking the spacers to the converter, and but we were worried about balance and all sorts of stuff. So we went, nah, we'll work it out. So to get these in though, between the converter and the flex plate is actually a bit of a mission. What I've got to do is rotate the converter around, find the hole, mark the hole, rotate it half a hole away, because the way the converter mounting plate curves, and gives you, at the bottom of the curve, it gives you just enough room to put the spacer in there, and then you've got to rotate the whole converter back in while you're holding the spacer through the starter motor hole. It's a mission. I'll see if you can see this, how I do it. All right. So I've got it rotated around. I've got to reach up here with my little spacer. Feed it under there. Yep, all right, I've got it there. And now I've got to rotate the engine back while holding the spacer and not dropping it. And then, all right, now I've got it lined up. I whack a bit of Loctite on the ends of the threads. Maybe a little bit more. Get my little magnet on a stick. Get my bolt. Get my bolt up here. And poke it through the hole. Come on. All the while, trying not to drop the spacer. Come on, spacer. It's just slightly misaligned at the moment. And then also trying not to touch anything with the magnet on the stick, which has magnetized everything, and then, yeah. Come on. This one's being a little bit uncooperative. And my hand's going numb. Come on, there we go. There we go, she's home. Hold it with my thumb, pull the stick out, and then do up the bolt. Cool, all right, so what's that? Converter bolts, Dunsky. Starter motor, Dunsky. All right, what else we got to do? Shifter cable, add trans fluid, drive-by-wire connector, OBD port, trans lines. Trans lines are a big one. All right, let's do that. We're getting there. The list is almost done. Right, well, we've got good news and there's bad news. Good news is we're putting it on the trailer. Bad news is it doesn't actually run. Transmission related issues, mainly in that we're struggling with the shifter, getting it to get the gears correctly, and the transmission lines are not in. I have the lines, I have most of the fittings, I don't have the fittings to go into the transmission itself, because every time we go to buy them, they either say they don't have them or we should use this part instead because that'll work because they don't have the part that we want, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're not getting the right fittings, unfortunately. we did actually get what was the correct part number in from one lot, and we thought, this will work. And went to screw them in, they bound up straight away, and they're a straight thread, so they shouldn't bind up. They should just screw straight into the box. So that was a worry too. So yeah, we'll get them closer to the event. I think we'll find someone who has the right fittings. So without transmission lines on it, I can't fire it up. Simple as that. The rest of the car is pretty much ready to go. There's a couple of things I'd like to do, you know, a little bit better, and I'll do that in the tech line. But we're going to load it up and on the trailer and head south now, hit the road, make this happen. We will see you at 6 Summer.
You have to shut it pretty good. Is there something in the way? Trying to.
I don't know. We've never we've never closed this with the barrier in it, but you know, it's closed now. Let's stick it on the trailer.
Is that wheel?
Just making sure that the steering's not locked. All right, there we go. So that way a bit. We're good? Yeah, we're gonna have to push it. Well, she's on the trailer. Now just strap her down, get moving to Illinois. Big thanks to CJ today. He's been chasing parts for us today. It's, yeah, it's been a hell of a day. All right, let's tie it down, hit the road.